Yo, this will talk E. Welcome to the locker room. Talk nothing but basketball. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, as you guys have heard, ESPN has lost a lot of money, bro. And it's not even just ESPN. Disney in general, which owns ESPN, has lost a lot of money, bro. I heard that is approximately about $5.5 billion.
Huh?
Now, please don't quote me on this, but apparently it's about $5.5 billion. And it's because, I mean, obviously a lot of business lost money because of this, but it's allegedly because of COVID. There's a lot of, things that they had to, try to supplement for it or whatever. But besides that, this had a lot of repercussions. There's a lot of problems that came from it. It's a lot of things that were not the best solution for, what happened, at least in my opinion. But since Disney lost a lot of money, who got fired? A lot of people on air, a lot of on-air talent, and not just that, a lot of people who work behind the scenes. Now, the reason why this is a big deal is because the on-air talent that got fired. ESPN and Disney has fired people before in the past. There's been people that were fired in, I believe, 2003. I believe in 2012 or 13. I believe even back in 2018 and 2017, people got fired. Nobody said anything. But why are people saying something now? I'll tell you why. Because the people that are getting fired now have a voice. They have some type of fan base on the platform. And they have some type of value to this platform. And to NBA.
It just makes sense.
Some of them are so great and so legendary that their voice without even seeing their face, which says something about the hard work that they put in. And the fans have grown to love these people. Like, for example, the person that we're going to be talking about today, the main point of this whole video, Mark Jackson. This is a man whose calls on air have been so legendary. His play-by-plays, him just being there along the side of Mike Breen and Jeff Van Gundy, which are super legendary, probably the best group to ever call games, in my opinion, but probably the best of all time. Super legendary, but he's been there, and a lot of times a call by hearing his voice. A lot of legendary plays, legendary shots that happen, them by hearing his voice, by hearing the way he called it. And ESPN had to fire him. They just fired him. We knew this was going to happen. It was bound to happen. Once they got rid of Mike Breen and once they got rid of Jeff Van Gundy, this was going to happen. I mean, there was no way they were going to keep him and fire the other two. It's almost inevitable this was going to happen. I mean, these three came almost like a package. So, and not necessarily like they didn't actually come in a package. It wasn't like, oh, you sign him, you have to sign all three or whatever. But because their calls are so legendary together, it almost put them in this thing where it's like, for ESPN specifically, it became like a package. Now, if these guys go sign elsewhere, which I'm pretty sure they will, I mean, these guys are super talented, bro, and they're super legendary. Like, their voice is so important to calling games on air. Somebody's going to sign these guys, and they're going to make a lot of money because of these guys.
Give me.
They're very talented. So I don't doubt that. I don't fear that, these guys might, not have a job or whatever. But my problem is, bro, I feel bad for Mark Jackson, bro. Look at his whole career, right? Let's not talk about the NBA part. I mean, he did pretty good for himself, Shout out to him. But let's talk about the coaching part. He coached the Golden State Warriors. I'm not going to say 100% because Steph and Clay were bound to be great. I mean, there was, nothing that could probably stop them is themselves. But he definitely helped out a lot. He helped them develop. He helped set this program for them to, become who they are, probably at a faster rate. And he assisted in that, as a head coach should. So he's doing his job. But once he separated from the team, once him and the team separated ways and he had to go elsewhere, and he never got a second chance. But anyways, y'all, it's enough of me rambling. Chan, it's time for y'all to let me know. Chatting down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with Ian. It's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch y'all. Safety in my hearts.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the three to win it. Good. That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection. This is for the win. Got it. Wow. At 7, working against Butler, got down.